Hello everyone. In my previous video, I demonstrated how to connect computers in two different networks that are connected via a router. In this video, I will demonstrate you how to connect a computer in a network to a web server in a different network that is connected via a router. I expect you to have a prior knowledge on IPv4 addressing and subnetting to understand this video tutorial clearly. So let's begin creating the network. So for that, let's pick the in devices as a PC. Let's drop it here and then let's select the network devices. Let's say a router in here, and then let's also use the switch. All right. And we also want to have the server. Now we connect these devices. Like we just need to click and drop, right? And then click to the two devices, like go to the Ethernet uh, interface, gigabit Ethernet interface in here. Similarly, we take this straight to copper cable, gigabit, and in here we can select this one, fast Ethernet, and then yeah, we can just select this one, right? So now we can start configuring the IP addresses. Now let's click on the desktop, go to the configure. Let's say the IP address is 192.168.1.1, and then if we click, it's going to auto-complete the subnet mask. Let's set the default gateway be 192.168.1.2, which will help connect to the different network. All right, and then let's close this. Let's say set the IP address. So config so .1.2. So this is the IP address of the default gateway for this side of the network, because this is providing the passage to connect to the different network. So if we click on this, we will have the subnet mask, and then we also need to turn this port status on. All right, and then after that we move to the next gigabit Ethernet interface. So here the IP address, let's set it as 192.168.2.2. So 2 is the different network, all right, compared to the previous one. Also, let's turn this on, and after that let's set the IP address for this server. So this is the network of two, so 192.168.2.1, and then connected via the default gateway of 192.168.2.2, right? And this is how we set the IP address. Now let's test the connectivity. Let's do it through the command prompt. All right, and then to check that, we can also turn on the simulator and then edit the filters. Let's set it as only as ICMP, and let's go to the command prompt again. Now let's check the connectivity. Let's say like ping 192.168.1.2. Let's first test the connectivity to this interface. It's sending the request, but it is not receiving anything. Let's check it again. Oh, we need to play, otherwise it's not gonna send. Okay, so PC 0 sent to switch 0, and then switch 0 sent to the router 0, this interface, and then let's check if it's gonna come back. Okay, it's responding back to the switch 0 and then switch 0 to the PC 0. Alright, seems like I clicked it twice, so it is still sending it. No, actually it is sending the second ICMP packet. Now it's gonna send the third one again. So to make it faster, let's do it. Okay, so we got all the 4 packets here. After that, we can also test the connectivity between, sorry, we can also test the connectivity between the computer and the server. Let's try to ping it. Ping 192.168.2.1. So if I click enter and then play the simulation, it's gonna send the packet. Now it's gonna send to the router, it's gonna send to the switch one after that. Okay, the first packet wasn't successful, but like it's sending it. So after the response is received, we will expect to get a reply from this 192.168.2.1 down here. Yeah, now we got it, right? So to expedite the response, I will click this. So there will be the message exchange between all these nodes. And then the final message is also received here. So this is used to test the connectivity between the computer and the server. Now let's try to check uh, whether the server can host any website. So for that, let's first set this server. All right, and for that, let's go to the services and then go to the DNS and then clear the events. All right, from the previous one. Let's set this DNS service to be on and then name as www.ushik.com, let's say, and then set the IP address 192.168.2.1 and then click on add, and then you will see it being listed here. And then in the HTTP, we can say like the homepage, the index.html, it's the content is already in here. Let's try to modify this. Let's set it to be welcome to my website. Let's practice Cisco Packet Tracer, right? Save, and then yes, and then just close it. Now, after that, we need to also set the DNS server. Here we need to set the IP address to be 192.168.2.1. All right, and then close it. And then now let's try to test the connectivity. And let's try to browse the web page. So for that also, let's check. Like now we will also allow the different protocols, let's say like HTTP, TCP, UDP, all right? And also let's set it like TNS as well, and then close. Now what we do is we'll go to the browser and then 192.168.2.1, and then let's click go and then run the simulation. So the PC0 has sent the request already. It's being sent here. Now let's make the process faster. So we can see like the packets being switched between the server and then the PC via the switch and routers in between. All right. So after that, so now let's try to look into these packets. Like let's say, so sorry. Oops. I think I double clicked it more than required. Well, okay. Let's look at this packet like that. This is at the router 0 from the source PC0 to the destination, this one. So here it has like a different information at different layers in, right? So the layer 3 IP address of the source is this, destination is this, 192.168.2.1, and then the Ethernet header, like it also has the address given in here, connected via the gigabit Ethernet port, right? And then if we look into the inbound PDU details, we can also see the source address. This is the MAC address, right? And then this is the destination MAC address. This is the source MAC address. And then the source IP address and destination IP address. The port numbers are there. As we are browsing the web server, its destination port number is 80. However, the source port number is 1025, which is the random port number, and that is available, is picked by the PC0. All right, same information at the outbound details, similar information. All right, and we can also try to find more. Let's say like here, like we will see like, as this is the HTTP, like we can see like the layer 7 is the HTTP, right? This is the outbound PDU, and then the layer 4 address, like it's using the port number as well, IP addresses, MAC addresses, and then the layer 1 ports. We can also investigate more on this one. We will see in both, right? This HTTP type, it is being sent from router. It is at the router 0, sent from source to the destination HTTP client. All right, and let's see the one in the server itself. So this is still at the switch. Okay, this is at the device switch to the server. The source is the PC0. So this way we can look into the inbound details and outbound details to find the more information about the IP address, MAC address, and then the port numbers. And let's try to close this, and then let's try to see whether we can browse this web page using the web address ushik.com. Let's see. Okay, it still does. To make sure, like, let's try to open the browser again, and then let's go to the simulation event list. Let's delete this scenario, and then the ushik.com. All right, and then let's run this. Okay, so we can see, okay, I think I click it too fast. Okay, see, like now it got the response back from the server, so the message is displayed. So this way we can set up the uh, network connection between the computer and the web server. I hope you guys understood my demonstration and enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.